Hello, people. It's Lucio here, and today we have another successful story. Today we have Albert with us. He's going to tell us briefly how he enrolled in the program and how this program helped him feel more confident with his English skills. Not only the speaking and reading, but also the listening and writing. And he's also going to talk about how he could identify his weaknesses, how he could empower them, and now feels almost ready to take the IELTS. Hello, Albert. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. Well, just as you mentioned, Lucio, at the beginning of the program, I was not feeling ready for the IELTS. I was very nervous and I was facing some difficulties with my daily routine. So that's why I contact you so we can share maybe your program and start learning your methodology. And yes, as you mentioned, now I feel much more comfortable to face the IELTS. As you guys must know, the IELTS is a very challenging test. So we need to prepare for it, especially with the time and with the 4 parts of the IELTS. So I really think that your program has sharpened my skills, my all 4 English skills. I mean, the reading part, the speaking part, the reading and the writing part. So thanks to your tips, thanks to your feedback, now I feel ready, almost ready, let's say, to take the IELTS and get the band score I was looking for, which is band 7 or 7.5 maybe. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, something important that we need to share with the audience is that you said almost ready because it's just a matter of the date. I mean, you don't have a date yet, and yeah, that's something, of course, that is out of your control. But the preparation is there, so you're already prepared for this. That's another different story, you know, when we talk about the date. Thank you, Albert. Could you please tell us very briefly what were you doing before you took this program?
Well, before I took this program, I was just reading some internet websites, surfing the internet for some, general tips for the IELTS, and I found many, let's say, much advice on how to take and face the IELTS. But I needed to feel much pressure, I needed to organize my days, organize my routine. So I need a push. I needed a push. So that's why I saw your program on Facebook and I like it. I saw your video, your first video. I remember you were saying something about the strategies to use that we should use to face the IELTS, for example, using prepositions, using comparatives, superlatives, and I like it. So that's why I registered for a call with you. Yeah.
Thank you for that. And yeah, so that's, I mean, what you just mentioned is pretty important, right? There is plenty of information on the web, but the problem is how could you organize, how could you condense those ideas and those sources of information? I mean, that's the challenge. And that is why I believe, humbly, that people need help. People need someone else, you know, who can be there
Yes.
next to them, guiding them through all this process. Thank you for that,
Yeah.
Albert.
There is something I would like to mention that is it's not only the program. You need to do the homework. You need to like read your feedback and send the homework you're leaving us. So it's not only to attend the classes. You need to prepare very well.
Correct, absolutely. Okay, so Albert, could you tell us, please, why do you decide to study abroad?
Well, because I want to expand my knowledge. I want to become a more prepared professional. So in order to do so, I need to take or study a master's degree outside. So that's why I decided to follow a master's degree abroad in the United Kingdom. So for that purpose, I need an IELTS score. I need to take the IELTS. So yeah, it's very important for us who are professionals to to always keep improving and learning more so as to give a more, let's say, a high quality service for patients, in my case, for example, or for students. So we need to always improve.
Yeah, something important, something relevant that we haven't mentioned before is that you are a nutritionist, right? So you
Yeah.
help people follow certain diets, specific diets to help them with their
Yeah.
health, energy, things like that, right?
Yes, yes. I'm a nutritionist. I work in Ucayali region. Actually, we're very far. You are in Lima. I'm here in the jungle.
Good.
So yeah, I work with people. So you know, science is always growing and growing, and you need
Good.
to always be with the news. You know, always need to be informed of everything. So
Good.
that's why I wanted to follow a master's degree.
Sure, that's very. I mean, n- not many people do that. You know, I mean, it's like most people feel comfortable when they finish their university, when they get their university degree here in their country. But not many people, you know, make the decision to take their careers to the next level. And congratulations on that. Okay,
Thank you.
Albert, could you tell us how was your experience with our program? How do you think this program helped you push your English skills towards the IELTS exam?
Well, let's say that I felt very comfortable with the program. The classes were very interactive. I weren't feeling with that pressure while I was speaking with you. Well, at the beginning, as I mentioned before, I was very nervous. I couldn't even mention like 3 words, but now I feel much more comfortable. So it helped me a lot. It helped me out a lot. So yeah, I would say that the main things that I would always remember about your program are the tips you gave me for example, the reading part, and also feedback on the writings.
Good.
Also, let's say when we simulated the task, for example, in
Good.
the speaking part, it was very useful for me as it helped me to identify the parts of the test and
Good.
also how to answer the questions and how must be the duration of each answer. So it was
Good.
very helpful.
Yeah, time management plays an important role in these kind of evaluations. And yeah, but you also mentioned something relevant as well. And the thing is that many people can work on their own. I mean, you can practice on your own reading and listening. I mean, all you need is a guidebook, and that's it. However, it's more complex when it comes to speaking and writing because you need someone else who can give you feedback. I mean, how can you tell if you are doing wrong or right? Do you agree with
Yeah,
me?
that's true. Yeah, that's true. It's like those parts of the IELTS test is like were made to assess your production, like how you produce in English. The other ones are how you receive the information in English.
Correct.
So important, and I would say that the most difficult thing in English is to produce. So in order to
Sure.
do so, you need, and in order to improve at writing and speaking, you need feedback, and you need real feedback, like in real person, and also in your essay. So yeah, it was very helpful. Your
Good.
program for me.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And now, Albert, what are your plans for the future?
Well, as you mentioned before, I'm just looking to book a day and just take the IELTS. I'm expecting to achieve my desired band score, which is 7, at least 7, overall
Sure.
7, I mean. And yeah, if I get the IELTS, I'll be able to finally receive the unconditional offers from the universities that I have applied already. So they are just waiting for my IELTS score so
Hmm.
they could give me their final letter of acceptance.
Good.
So yeah, it will help me a lot. IELTS is
Sure.
very important nowadays.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And just to finish the interview, Albert, and what would you recommend to those people who also want to study abroad, but they can't because they do not hold an international certification such as the IELTS?
Well, what I would recommend to them is that they need to organize their lives. They need to focus on what they want. They need to make a plan, like a concrete plan of a step-by-step guidance so they can, for example, feel more comfortable with their decisions. So first, they need to organize their lives and then make a plan. So if they don't make a plan, they are going to be like losing their time. In the internet, there's a lot of information, however, that's not reliable many times. So yeah, even if it's an IELTS or if it's FCE or CAE, Cambridge test or TOEFL, those international certifications are really important for our career goals, for our future career goals. So if you guys want to improve, you want to success, you must have an international certification. So yeah, get ready for it and prepare yourself.
Thank you, Albert, for that, for those kind words. I'm quite sure that this interview is going to help those people who are on the fence, on deciding whether to get an international certification or not. So yeah, thank you for that, Albert. Thank you for accepting recording this interview with us, and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you, Lucio. Goodbye.
Bye.